Hey guys, what's up? I am Dylan Gadino from PunchlineMagazine.com. You are watching a Tight 5.
Yes, you are.
This is also...
You were supposed to say with Punchline, and then I was going to say also with Rooftop Comedy.
There you go. So
That was how it was supposed to
you
go.
You guys should also know that this is a co-production with RooftopComedy.com, and that's how seamlessly we're going to do that for
If I knew this was going to
on.
look so professionally, I wouldn't have worn my dirty sneakers.
They're not,
I'm feeling like Richard Nixon. Remember when he debated JFK?
I remember...
JFK sat there like this. You know, he's all tanned up, and Richard Nixon stood there like that with his senatorial ball bag hanging out.
I remember people talking about it. I think that was probably before.
You're saying I'm old?
No, I'm saying I'm assuming you're probably older than I am.
Yes, I am. What are you, a strapping 28?
No, 32.
32?
I'm 31. I don't even know how fucking old I am. I'm 31.
I'm going to be 41 in June.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
You know, 41's the new 31.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
I'm sick of people saying, I was in a bar and this girl tried to tell me, she goes, I got this new personal trainer, and she got her in great shape, and he tried to say that even though she was 45, her body was 30. She goes, I'm 45, my body's 30. It's like, no, it isn't.
So she stated it like fact. It's not like I'm 45, but I feel like my body's 30.
Maybe like her muscle tone. I don't know what. I was just like, your whole body is 45 years old. Your pussy's 45. See, that's what I do. I just immediately make it dirty.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. You can say whatever you want here.
Well,
this is a safe environment.
This is an empty comedy club. This is spooky. During the day.
Does this remind you of
My
Bill
last
Burr?
night?
No, Bill Burr the early years.
Yeah, you know what? When I used to work at Caroline's Comedy Club, they're gonna love that I said that at this club.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, this is how it used to be. Except they would pull a curtain across, and there would be like 12 people who stumbled in because it was raining out.
Right.
And then I would, I began to work on how I get laughs, which is a lot of cursing and silly faces.
Right. And is that basically what your is that your technique these days as well?
Yeah. I still don't really know how to tell a joke, so I lean heavily on the profanity, energy, and silly faces, and then stats. I like throwing out facts to back up what I'm talking about.
But you say yourself that you're not a big reader. So where are you getting these facts?
YouTube and Wikipedia.
All right, those are good. Those are two very good places.
I overhear stuff in bars.
Mm-hmm. So that's where you get your facts.
Yes. Dude, I'm a comedian. I don't have to be smart.
No,
that's how I look at it. But I do feel like you have a responsibility that if you are a moron, that you should, just in case there's people who are really morons in the crowd, you got to let them know that I.
So you got to be honest about you being a moron. You got to fess up.
Yeah, you got to tell them. Yeah, just because people forget, sometimes they take what you say seriously, like you're not just telling jokes.
Right.
Like I'm doing a bit about shelter dogs, and people are like freaking out. Like, you do stand-up. There's always something that kind of says comedy behind you when people end up freaking out.
Right.
Like, I think what you said, that was irresponsible, and just telling a joke. It's a joke.
Well, I think people, once they see a person on stage with a microphone, they get concerned that maybe you're not a comedian, and maybe you're trying to convert people.
No, you know what it is? It's those classic people who will sit there, and for an hour you can make fun of fat people, cripples, anything you want to make fun of, and then when you come around to the thing that they just decide that this is not a joking matter no matter what, then all of a sudden you're not a comedian anymore, then all of a sudden you got to be like, it's like you're on Meet the Press. And can you tell I just got a fucked up email that I'm actually talking about this?
Is that what happened?
I should be sitting here going, everything's going great. I got this new special out over the past year.
Yeah.
Been selling tickets, everything's awesome. That's what I should be doing.
Try not, you can curse as much as you want here, but please don't say cripple.
Why?
Because it's
just don't find that funny?
Politically, I think they're called differently abled or something. So
crippled's funnier.
Can you try not to say cripple?
Crippled sounds like that old school,
Yeah.
Wagon wheel.
Yeah.
It broke you on the wheel.
You're right. We need to bring those type of words back.
We need to bring that back, that kind of torture.
Like,
that would have cost a lot. What do you think would be cheaper? Breaking someone on the wheel or the waterboarding?
Breaking someone on the wheel.
Exactly.
Because I think, you need trained people for the waterboarding.
You need 2 people for waterboarding.
Yeah.
And you only need 1 for crippling them on the wheel.
Yeah. So, Bill, you recently, not so recently, but you lived in New York for a lot of years.
Yes, I did.
And then you left. You left us. Why?
I found this great patch of land out in Iowa, and figured I'd start cooking some crystal meth. I don't know. I you know what it was? I did. I kind of gotten in with every club here in New York.
Yeah.
And I just, I was doing the Opie and Anthony show, and I just could kind of, I just felt like I'd gotten as far as I could go in this city. And then whenever I would go out to LA and I would meet a casting director, they would just be like, "So, you're a comedian. How's that going?" And I was just like, wow, okay, this is a whole nother mountain I got to try to climb. So
right.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I was just here, and I felt like Matthew McConaughey's character in Dazed and Confused. Like I just kept going to the same comedy clubs, like, hey, where are the parties? I just felt like it had just kind of ground to a halt. And even though I was writing a whole new hour of stuff, like I don't know. I still don't know what the next step is, but it just, when I'm out there, it feels right to be out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the most shit-on cities I've ever lived in.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Part of it's because it's earned.
Yeah.
And then the other half is just people from the East Coast are fucking idiots.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm including myself in that. We go out there and we want to do East Coast stuff. And then when we can't, we're like, this fucking place sucks. You can't get a good slice. You can't fucking do this. You can't do that. And it's like, you're 3,000 miles away from that shit. But if you go out there, there's
right.
plenty of stuff to do.
Yeah. So, I mean...
I'm glad you didn't say what, because I probably would have had like 2 decent things to do.
What?
There's hiking. It's all this stuff that people on the East Coast consider gay. The stuff that makes you sort of relax and maybe live an extra few years.
Yeah,
in
hiking?
a healthy way.
Hiking makes you relax?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's nice. You get out of the traffic.
Yeah.
Go out to Joshua Tree. I did that recently. One of my relatives came out to visit me, and they always wanted to go to Joshua Tree, so I went out there. It's a national park.
Right.
Look at you. Your whole brow is just
I don't have no doubt. Yeah, it's a brow of doubt and skepticism.
Yeah, why would you want to go out there? It's sunny all the time, and the women are gorgeous. Go ahead, say it's because everyone's so plastic and phony.
No,
and
it's
everybody
not.
out here is so real.
I've been there.
Nobody lies to you in New York.
No.
They just tell it to you how it is.
Listen, I've been there once in my life for a few days. Didn't like it.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Look, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of aspects about it that suck. But let's get back to what the fuck were you just talking about?
We were talking about why in God's name you moved to Los Angeles.
No, you didn't phrase it that way.
Well,
you said why in God's name.
I'm phrasing it like that now because
Well,
I'm trying to get a rise out of
why.
you. So
I told you why, because I felt like I was this old guy hanging out at the high school party.
Right. So has anything changed for you?
Yes, I've had a failed pilot.
Okay. So that's good.
I never had a failed pilot.
I was just going to ask you. While you were in New York, did you have a failed pilot? No. So
I didn't.
So that's something.
No, I didn't. And
I mean, a pilot is a pilot still.
Yeah, and I got to write some stuff, and they said action, and people said stuff that I wrote. It was a big thrill, and we got literally to the championship. It was like March Madness, the brackets. We got past maybe Final Four. I would say it was like I was up against like 5 other shows, of which they picked 2, and mine wasn't one of them. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that was the biggest kick in the chest I've taken in a while.
What show do you know? Like, which show did they pick, and who was it for?
It was on Comedy Central, and they picked. I lost out to 2 really funny guys. I think I've already blocked it out because
Look at you, you're all politically correct.
Because of the trauma. Yeah, I am. If I thought,
who are the 2?
One's Daniel Tosh, who's fucking hilarious.
Love him.
See, there you go. So I'm not being politically correct.
Love him.
If I thought that they sucked, I would have found a way to not even go down that road. I would have felt you going down that road, so I wouldn't have had to been politically correct.
Right. So Tosh and who?
I forget.
You forget, huh? How convenient.
Michael, help me out. Who was the other one? You don't know? No, it was 2. Yeah, no, but it was 2 funny guys. I lost out to 2 funny guys.
Michael Ian Black and Showalter? They have a show.
No. I forget who it was. Look,
all
I know is I didn't get picked. You know what I mean? You think those guys who lose in the Final Four sit around and watch the final game? They don't. They go home and they cry into a gym towel like I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you go to the Laker game that night, and then you sit there and they pan down to Adam Sandler sitting courtside, and it just makes you want to kill yourself, like thinking like I could have had courtside seats to a Clippers game.
Yeah. That is something. Well, all right. So that's good. So the question remains: when are you going to just leave LA and come back to New York?
Why did you miss me? You guys
We miss you. I mean,
see, you know something. If you just said that in the beginning, I wouldn't have got all defensive.
That would be no fun, though.
Yeah, see,
we need you defensive and angry.
That's what that Philly video did to me. Now everyone, they just want to.
You know, I was making a conscious effort not to even bring up the Philly video because I can't imagine you're not sick and tired of talking about it.
Nah, I don't give a shit. It was a great thing. Got an extra 12 friends on MySpace.
Yeah.
Sold a couple more CDs.
If you
well,
don't,
probably doesn't help that you brought me to the place where someone threw a donut at me. I mean, you could have. It's like you're taking me into the rooms where I got molested, and then I'm supposed to not.
Someone threw a donut at you where? In New York?
Yeah, a donut hole. Like that's, you know, this is the only comedy club in the country that I think serves donut holes.
At this club, somebody threw a donut hole at you. Why did they do that?
See, now, if you have any skills as an interviewer, like Oprah, you could make me cry right now. You'd be like, so we're back in the comedy club. That happened. My bottom lip would start quivering.
I don't think I could. I don't think you're the type that would cry during an interview.
No, it would.
It would take a lot of, like, if we had like, I think I could probably make Bobby Kelly cry.
Bobby's a softie. I mean that in a good way. He's just, you know, he's just a misunderstood man with a goatee and a big heart.
He's
trying to do the right thing.
He's a nice fella. In fact, he mentioned that I should ask you. You lived with Bobby, correct?
Yes, I did.
3 years.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Our friendship suffered for about 6 months towards the end. Somehow we stopped talking to each other. That's probably because of me. I'm big on that. I don't work stuff out. I just go, okay, you're dead to me. Very Stalin-esque.
Well, that's your kind of Irish. Are you Irish Catholic?
I erase him out of all photos.
Yeah.
He doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
But,
and Bobby's much more emotional and talks through
Bobby
things.
is the same sort of psycho that I am with, but he's better at talking shit out. I actually learned how to argue with somebody in a healthy way by being friends with him. Just because we would have like these, you know, knock down, drag it out, coming this close to blows.
Yeah.
Probably didn't help that there was 3 of us living in a railroad apartment.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Sharing a walk-through bedroom. It was eating spaghetti 5 times a week. It was rough. So, yeah, long story short, how the fuck did that happen?
How did what happen?
How we stopped talking. I can't even remember it.
Oh,
and then 9/11 happened, and then we were like, oh, this is ridiculous.
Right.
You know? So there you go.
You guys hugged, made up?
Yeah, we did. Somebody released some doves. It was a very, very tender moment.
Is there something you'd like to say to Robert into the camera, maybe?
Robert, if you could forgive me for those 6 months where you'd see me in a club and then we would look away awkwardly. I don't fucking remember, dude. You're going back 8 years.
Well, I'm trying to. I'm trying to get the tears.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you know what? This is making sense why I shouldn't have moved out to LA, because if I was any sort of an actor, I could have drawn from something.
Right. You would have caught on that I was trying to. How about your parents? Can we talk about your parents? Would that make you cry? What's going to make you cry?
What makes me cry? Nothing at this point. My emotions are paved over. Canceled flights. Even that doesn't do it. It just makes me want to kill someone.
Okay.
I have a lot of that. I have a lot of anger issues. Somebody offered me a cookie the other day. Asked me if I wanted a cookie.
Yeah.
And I had the urge to punch the guy in the face.
In what was the scenario?
We were in public. I ordered a sandwich, and I was done ordering the sandwich, and the guy was like, "You want a cookie?" And I just was this just an odd thing for another man to ask another man. It just was almost like he was just saying like I was a pansy.
Yeah.
Like what kind of a guy? Well, who asks another guy if he wants a cookie?
Yeah, I think
that's kind of a passive-aggressive way of saying you're a little sweet. Now you want a dessert, you little pussy? That's what he was saying. The sad thing was I actually wanted a cookie.
Yeah.
And I do have a sweet tooth, and I'm not afraid to admit that.
I think you may be internalizing a little bit. I think that might be you thinking that that's his way of calling you a pansy. I'm no psychologist.
It was, dude. It had nothing to do with.
Were you at Subway? Because that's where they.
No, I was at I was in San Francisco.
Because they have cookies, and they're always trying to push cookies on people.
I don't like Subway.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't like the wartime rationed out meat, the way they do it.
Like the three slices of turkey on the.
They're counting pickles. It's annoying. And I also don't like watching them touch my food, even with the gloves.
Even with the gloves, yeah.
I like the guys they're such morons. They don't understand the concept of the gloves. They put the gloves on and they're like, "What do you want?" It's just like, I want you to put another pair of gloves on, you fucking idiot. Those gloves are not to protect your hands from your snot. They're supposed to protect my food from your snot. Whatever. All right, let's plow ahead. Let's try to bring this into some.
All right. So listen, you've been out in LA, but like you know, you mentioned well, anyway, you did this Comedy Central special. You have the DVD out. You have the CD out. In fact, I should hold it up.
There you go. Look at that.
This is Bill Burr's Why Do I Do This?
Yeah.
You should get this at your store, at your local store. And
go Amazon.com.
And Amazon.com is a
iTunes. I'll whore myself out here.
It's all there. It's good. In fact,
it's good. It's not great.
It's
It's good.
No, we had it on our Punchline magazine. We had a list of the best DVDs of 08, and this made it. Yeah, it was. I'm surprised you didn't know about that. It was big news. No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Who'd you pick? Me and some hacky English guy with a comb over?
No. I'm trying to think who we picked in the DVDs. I can't remember right now. But
okay.
So this is good. I do have to. I usually don't ask questions like this because I think they're silly. But this photo of you on the back.
It's me in action.
Yeah, I don't believe that that's you in action. I feel
that is me in action.
This is you in action, not posed. What did they do to this microphone? I'm sure you can't see this, but this microphone is clearly not a wireless mic. But there's no wire coming out of it. It looks like
wireless technology exists.
No, I know that, but that's not how a wireless.
Michael, what kind of interview is this where you're not just going to shit all over it? That's so funny that you picked that out. I thought everyone was going to notice that. I am holding the smallest microphone. This is totally a photo shoot. Because this is what I did with this. This is a shot actually from the show.
Yes, that I believe because that's what you were dressed in.
Yeah, but for some reason, like they can't get the quality, so then they want you to go do a photo shoot.
So you're lying to me. That is a photo shoot.
I'm not lying to you. I was having fun with you. 5 seconds later, if I tell you what it actually is, that means I'm breaking balls, man. That's all I'm doing. But yeah, that's all it is. That's me doing a corporate gig.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
It just so happens that there was a blue background, the same as the front. It worked out great.
You look like a giant with this microphone. And not only that, but this is. I'm sorry, I'm doing this. This was just.
But you know what? You're still wearing those shoes. Those things were in like '98. So.
I know, and that's probably where I got them when I got them. They're not. They're Merrills. Listen, if you're gonna.
Merrills. You know what that was like? That was like instead of having the Chevy Chevette, you got the Pontiac T1000.
Look at this.
That's for mechanics out there. What's wrong with that?
Really? Is that you in action, or is this another photo shoot?
Yeah, it's a photo shoot. People do photo shoots.
Yeah, I know.
Have you ever seen like a movie poster and you'll see a movie star who's clearly 5'2", yet somehow he's as tall as the supermodel?
I have.
Yeah, that's a photo shoot. And they fix stuff. Look, I'm sorry you're just on the web, man. You took it to, he took it to this place. I'm not trying to shit on his website. What is it called again? Huh? Zippitydoodah.com?
You got it.
Huh? You motherfucker.
That's
you have me on your show and you start trashing my DVD?
You're a sensitive man.
Dude, I'm joking. Come on, man.
Listen.
You know, it'd be great if somehow I made you cry. If your glasses
that would be. It would be good for. I mean, what can we do here to make this go viral?
To make it go viral?
To make it a big YouTube smash.
Like, what if you know what? You need Tracy Morgan, someone with that sort of magnetism. Me, I'm good for a couple of hits.
What if you
Tracy Morgan's a genius.
What if you punch me in the face right now?
You know what? It would come across as staged. And then they would hold up pictures the same way you did, and they would be able to figure out that this pen was too short. It wouldn't read as real. I just want to say you really came prepared, though. This is the kind of research they do with the punch. This looks like a recipe for cookies. You know, like I just brought up cookies again.
It's a note card with a little. I don't need to take many notes on you, Bill, because I kind of know what you're about. You know, buddy.
Why leave New York City? Spiritual
center.
Spiritual center.
I was going to talk about Boston and how it's kind of the spiritual center of comedy.
When's it time to leave New York? I answered that question with football. No. You didn't ask for that. Bobby Kelly, we got to that one. That's good. Comedy Central DVD. Make sure you shit on the pictures. Yeah, you got it all out of the way.
That's my ad-libbing skills. That wasn't even on the.
It's very impressive.
It wasn't even on the card, and I got the shit on the pictures.
It's the stage, man. It's the lights. It just brings it out of you.
It's nice. Bill, we're gonna go.
Okay.
This has been Bill Burr. You've been watching A Tight Five, PunchlineMagazine.com and on RooftopComedy.com. Bill, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I hope you didn't take anything personal.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, cool. Come on, man. Don't be like that. Look at me comforting. See that? Be a goddamn man. Take it.